What's up guys, 893 or ASN if you prefer. I'm here to put together another tutorial. This time it's for the track of China. First of all, apologies for the frame rate on my webcam. I don't know why it keeps doing that today. So today I will be showing you, as always, I will be showing you a slow lap around this track so that you can see which are the braking points, turning points, correct gears, etc. And apart from that, I will try and do a fast lap as well. Hopefully I won't blow it, so that you can get an idea of how it all goes when you're moving fast. So as always, stay relaxed and don't get stressed because of the multi-class event, and let's get a lap around here. So this is the final straight. You will have the 6th gear on. Now the first corner is a really weird one, and when I was racing around here, when I was like practicing, I was trying to understand why my lap time was not getting better, and why I would always have a negative delta after the first corner. And after a while I realized that against all racing logic, this corner is a bit faster. You can get around this corner a bit faster if you drift around it a little bit, which makes no sense, but for some reason that's how it is. Well, it does make some sense. It's because of the certain apex and the speed that this car carries. So you will have 6th gear here, like I said before, and basically what you need to do is to go down to 2nd gear. And normally with the 2nd gear, I mean, you get a normal exit, but what you want to do here is, as you are driving down the straight, and of course you don't have to do this if you don't feel comfortable doing it, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's mostly for more experienced and advanced drivers. So as you are coming towards the end of the straight, you will slow down and go down to 2nd gear. So what I do is, do you see where the apex is? So what you will want to do is to get kind of close to the apex, and when you're shifting down from 3rd gear to 2nd gear, brake while you are turning. That will give you a good overspin. Don't overdo it. Again, you don't have to do it if you don't feel comfortable doing it, but this is weirdly the fastest way to get around this corner, or at least this is how I do it, and it always works. So you go flat through here, no need to brake or coast or anything, but very important, you need to have this racing line. Maybe touch the curb just a little bit, but that's about it. Don't go wider and don't go tighter, because if you go tighter, then what will happen is that you will get a bad exit, and the car will oversteer and get you somewhere here. So you will either have to coast in order to avoid going off track, or you will go off track, and that will be a major issue, and I'm gonna tell you now why, as I'm demonstrating what happens when you go too wide. So you see this car has a lot of downforce, but there is one issue: when you push it way too much, it understeers a lot, and I mean a lot. So if you go wide, 6th gear, flat, you go wide, you will find yourself in the gravel. Now that is a big issue, because this is a very fast corner, so if you end up in the gravel, 9 out of 10 times you're going to spin. And if you don't spin, you will lose a lot of time trying to bring the car back to the proper balance. So try and get that line that I showed you. Maybe touch the curb just a little bit, but that's about it. Now on to the next corner, and there is no markers near the corner, so what I usually do is, as soon as I get to the end of this billboard, the blue one, I start to brake and shift down to 3rd. You had a 6th gear on here, so 5th, 4th, 3rd, and get a tight apex around here, because there is a wide exit and you can accelerate a lot. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and you will go flat through the next corner. Now for the next for the corner after this one. Again, there is no markers, so what I usually do is I hit the brakes as soon as I get to this tree right here. Now I tried a lot of different racing lines and braking points to determine which way is the fastest way to go around this corner, and it turns out that the fastest way to do it is you have 6th gear on, and when you get to this tree, hit the brakes hard, 5th gear, and then 4th gear, but after you shift down to 5th gear, let go of the brake, then shift down to 4th. I will show it again on the fast lap. Now 4th gear through here. You might want to shift down to 3rd here if you're a beginner, but for me a little bit of coasting just does the job. Same here, do not be afraid to accelerate early around these corners because they are fast corners. Now get a good racing line here. This apex is a bit late and it's okay to go wide because those sausage curves aren't. Somehow managed to mess up the video. What I was saying is don't be afraid to go wide on the last corner because the sausage curves at the edge of the curb are not that deadly, they're not very bumpy, so it's okay to go a bit wider rather than going way too slow. So last corner here, again you can go wider if you want. Try and find anything that can help you decide where you're supposed to hit the brakes on this corner because there's no markers whatsoever. Again, try and make the car drift a little bit. I didn't do it this time. I messed up the corner completely this time, but it's okay because I'm shooting a video, so you will all forgive me. So 6th gear, remember what we said about the racing line. Try get a clean one like that. Brake on the blue, at the blue billboard. 3rd gear, accelerate early. This is a wide corner. Go flat through this corner. And remember the tree and brake 5th, coast 4th. Brake 5th, coast 4th, and then accelerate early. Way earlier than I did. This is the important order. Now coast a little bit here, accelerate early, coast a little, accelerate early. Then again, coast a little, get a good racing line, accelerate. 5th gear, 6th gear, and that's it. Now, like I said, a good driver's lap around this track is probably somewhere around like 58 seconds. My personal best so far without trying hard is 59. I can definitely go at least 58 low. This is definitely where I can go, but if you're not an experienced driver and you're driving the Evo car, I'd say for a beginner a lap around like 1 minute, maybe even 59 seconds is good enough for a beginner. And the most important thing I will say, if you are going to race in a multi-class race with these cars and you're not driving the Evo, don't get too stressed. The Evo will find a way to pass you at some point. You have your own race, focus on that, try and remember your racing lines, and as always, try and have fun. So that was the video. I hope that it helped you guys. See you in the track.